fundamental thing about this lies around your performance. And I'm not going to repeat myself in the same way that I did in the first piece that you took part in. But this as a performance is something which you seem to be performing to one another. It's a bit of a laugh, and it's good fun. And I'm really pleased that you're having fun doing it. But I would like to try and encourage you and convince you to move your performance a little bit further that way, out into the audience. Because let's not forget that performing is an interactive experience. It's as much for your audience to get something out of as it is for you. So I really like the way, I'm not saying don't interact with one another, because I really do like the way you're interacting with one another. But I think your whole body language needs to be a little bit more out that way while still having a good time. And that's the difficult thing, because it's much more comfortable for you to sing to one another. It's safer, because you can pretend that they're not there. And it's often the case with groups that well, first of all, don't meet together very often. Second of all, don't perform in public very often. That breaking down the barriers between you and your audience is not something that happens just like that. But it is something that we can do. And, of course, what it does is it helps you in your general communication levels, not only with one another, but with the outside world as well. So that's why doing this is such a good exercise, even if you don't want to be a professional singer. All right? Johnny and I were just talking a bit about where the tune is in this arrangement.
Well, I thought I'd give you a bit of an analogy, and again, this shows that I watch loads of rubbish TV, and that I follow embarrassing pop music, because I listen to Radio 1 a lot of the time. And I'm sure that you've heard the song Wings by this one. So Winners of Last Year's X Factor. Have you heard it? Has anyone heard it? You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Four girls. Okay. When you get to the chorus, obviously there's a tune, but there are parts above it and below it. And the interesting thing is that you still always hear the tune as the most important thing. So the tune is there. Mama told me not to waste my life. She said, spread your wings, my little butterfly. Is the tune. But there's also, Mama told me not to waste my life. She said, spread your wings, my little butterfly. Which you won't hear. There's also, Mama told me not to waste my life, etc. Now, the point I'm making with this is that there are parts above the tune which are happening, which contribute to the harmony, but which we're not hearing is the most important part. Now, where do you think I'm going with this? Anyone have any idea? A good idea, yeah.
also knowing where the tune actually is.
Exactly. So, what is the actual tune in the chorus? Or in the Lollipop line? Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop. That's what we do. It's not lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop.
But at the moment, that's the loudest thing.
Yeah. And what you can do is, as the piece progresses, we can become more aware of these higher harmonies. So by the time we get to the end of the piece, we can have a really strong top part as well, because it just makes the harmony seem richer. And we've already heard the tune a lot of times in the chorus. But if we actually can't, there was one point we were talking, and we thought, where's the tune gone? And that can't happen at any point. Even if the harmony is equally weighted by the end, if we lose the lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop, we've lost the middle part in that three-part harmony, which is not great. And also, we've lost the tune, so we're not entirely sure where the tune is. So,
I would suggest you start it again.
Yeah.
And let's take two things out of this. Number one, where's the tune? Number two, the interactive experience that you're having with the audience, not with one another. It is with one another, but it's going on. All right? Good.
Well, I'll start off with those,
Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lollipop.